Gonna test 1 2 3. Look at my hair, isn't that? There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. I often forget that this is recorded and people can watch it later, and so if they do that, there's just going to be like 10 minutes of silence. So maybe I should say something even though nobody's watching in this moment. Hi. Welcome if you're watching this in the past. You cannot play in the same way that everyone else can if you're watching it live. But if you are watching it live, you can join in. You can go to Kahoot.it, or if you have the Kahoot app, go on there and then insert the pin that's at the top there, 145306, and you can join in. Right now we only have 2 people playing, so your chances of being in the top 3 are pretty good if you join now. Like, is this mic okay? Yeah, that's fine. We usually get started about 5 minutes past. So wait a few more minutes. Usually have folks that come in a little bit afternoon. And also, if you're watching this in the future, my future, your past, you can play along. There's 2 games. There's one at 12 and one at 12:30. They are different games with different questions. You can participate in both if you want, and not have anything spoiled. If you are just joining us in the YouTube, if you can go to Kahoot.it or open up the Kahoot app and put in the PIN number that you see at the top there, 145306, and you can join in. I think there's a little bit of a lag on the YouTube stream versus here, so read the questions on your phone before I state them, for a few reasons, including the faster you answer, the more points you get. So you want to be able to answer as fast as possible. And we're going to give it about, I think, 3 more minutes before we start, just so we can give folks some time to stumble in. I think the vast majority of all the questions are multiple choice. If you have the app or if you're up on Kahoot.it, it'll show you the question and all 4 answers, and you just have to tap the one you think is correct. You might have to hit submit. I don't remember. Doesn't matter. You'll figure it out. All right. Right now we only got 2 players. We're going to need some more if it's going to be competitive at all. I've already got the Kahoot theme song stuck in my head, so there's that. I'm trying to remember the other thing that I normally bring, and it's paper to write down how many people are playing, but that's fine. Like suddenly got paranoid that I had my mic muted that whole time, but I didn't. You could hear me. If you are watching the YouTube, you can hear me, so that's good. Wouldn't be the first time that I forgot to unmute a mic and had a full one-sided conversation, but did not realize. Okay, about another minute to join in. Kahoot.it or the Kahoot app, put in PIN 145306. I'm seeing that Instagram video where I made a fool of myself is really paying off. All right. So we'll be starting in a minute or 2. Oh, hey, we got a 3rd person here. Awesome. If you're just joining us on the YouTube, you can go to Kahoot.it or open the Kahoot app, put in 145306. That's the PIN. It's at the top there. It'll stay on there, so you don't have to worry if you don't get it right away. And and you can join in from a mobile device or from a browser. So here we go. All right, now we got a good number of folks. And it's 12:05, so we are going to start. I'm gonna real quick give an overview of how this works for anybody who's never played before. We have two games, one at 12 and one at 12:30. They are different games with different questions. You can participate in both. At the second game, at the beginning of the second game, the points will reset, so it's a clean slate if you come in late or anything like that. It's fine, or you don't do well. I've been told that my questions are either very easy or very hard. I try to get some in the middle, but you know how it is. All right, here we go. Let's get it started. Kahoot. Bite-size trivia. All right, round one, we've got Garfield the cat, and there's a picture of Garfield right there. Courtesy stock photo. Garfield's owner's name is what? Is it John Arbuckle, John Barndouble, John Garfunkel, or John Mackerel? Of course, everybody knows it's John Arbuckle. Got to start you off with some easy ones, you know. Okay, if you saw my little advertisement on Instagram, maybe you realized that some of these were going to be about Garfield. Mayo, number 1. Yogi in Lambubu, number 2. But it's a pretty close game already. All right, here we go. Question 2 for Garfield. Jim Davis notoriously merchandised Garfield a lot, including which of the following items? A Garfield Lego set, an official Sexy Garfield Halloween costume, a Garfield-shaped phone, or a Garfield-themed American flag? That's right. Of course, everybody knows it's the Garfield-shaped phone, and if you're really curious, you can do a little research on the Garfield phones that kept washing up on a beach in France, I believe, Normandy. Normandy? That doesn't sound right. It was somewhere in France. They finally figured out what it was. All right, but that certainly shook some things up. Looks like Smoked Chicken got that answer fastest, and they're in number 1 now. All right. Garfield, question number 3. Garfield minus Garfield is a website which features what? Garfield comics with Garfield edited out, an ongoing petition to cancel the Garfield comic, Garfield comics reworked to feature James Garfield, math problems integrated into Garfield comics. And again, all my questions, either easy or really hard, I guess. It's Garfield comics with Garfield edited out. It makes John seem just really sad, which is funny in its own kind of way. Let's see. Big shakeup again, knocking Smoked Chicken down to 4th, Mayo, or is it Mio? Sorry. Up to number 1, Grilled Cheese number 2, Yogi and Labubu number 3. Catastic, looking kind of sad there, little koala bear, number 5. All right. Let's see if anybody else has joined the stream. They have not. Okay. Garfield, question number 4. Bill Murray took the role of Garfield for the live-action movie because he mistook the director for whom? Ridley Scott, Christopher Nolan, Steven Spielberg, or Joel Cohen? He admitted this in an Reddit Ask Me Anything. Okay, here we go, across the board. Joel Cohen. I believe the director of the Garfield movies' name was like Joel Cohen with an H in the middle, Cohen. He didn't, I feel like from the story, he didn't even read the script. He just said, Joel Cohen is directing it. I want in. All right, Catastic going from 5th to 2nd. Very nice. And you got a streak now. Good job. All right, here we go. Question number 5 for Garfield. The once official Garfield website, Garfield.com, now redirects to what website? The Nickelodeon website, Jim Davis's obituary, 404 error not found, or the James Garfield Presidential Library site? I don't know if Jim Davis is dead. So if it goes to his obituary, that might be awkward. No, it goes to the Nickelodeon website because Nickelodeon owns Garfield now. Or maybe at least just the cartoons. Anyway. Grilled cheese bumping up to number 2. Mayo, Yuo, still number 1. All right, that's it for Garfield. Next up, we have round 2, portions for foxes. Boop. See your nose, you gotta boop it. Foxes. The book Fantastic Mr. Fox was written by what author? Ronald Dahl, Dr. Seuss, Maurice Sendak, or Arnold Lobel? Try to start them off a little easy. There we go. Everybody got that one. Roald Dahl. Grilled cheese. Moving on up. I do love it when people make their names what they're eating. I think that's good. It's, lunchtime. All right, portions for foxes. Question number 2. A young fox is called what? A babe, a slink, a sock, a kit. Okay, almost everybody knew that one. It is a kit. A babe would be cute. I think a slink is most appropriate because they slink around, but Okay, no movement, but that's all right. Grilled cheese now has a streak. 3 answers. All right. Portions for foxes, of course. Question number 3. In many folklores from around the world, the fox is seen as what type of character? The trickster, a noble creature, the scapegoat, or a fool? Everybody answered really fast. It's usually a trickster. I think there are a handful where it is a different sort of archetype, but usually it's the trickster. All right, it's because everybody's just like lightning answers. Look how close you all are. Ooh, off by 4 points. All right. And Yogi's got a streak now. Good. I'm trying to slow it down because you all are answering too fast. The viral hit song by Ylvis, The Fox, parentheses, what does the fox say, was released in what year? 2013, 2010, 2016, or 2007? It's 2013. A surprising amount of you got that right. Usually when I do year questions, they don't go so well. Yes. Okay. Portions for foxes. Question number 4. Foxes are omnivores, meaning they eat what? Omnis, both meat and vegetarian, only vegetarian, or only meat? I guess that question was worded weird because they only eat. I also clearly did not edit this, both mint and vegetarian. Should probably have gone through and copy edited. Let's see who got that one. Grilled cheese did not. Mayo goes up to number 1, though. Oh, I guess you did get that right. You just didn't get it right fast enough. That's all right. Okay. I think we have one more fox question. No, we don't. Never mind. Round 3, fire. Just fire. Questions about fire. The Great Chicago Fire of 1871 was allegedly started by what? Dr. Henderson's bull, Mrs. O'Leary's cow, Mrs. O'Hara's horse, or Mr. Donovan's sow? Who chose Mr. Donovan's sow? Okay. No, Mrs. O'Leary's cow, allegedly because I think, found proof recently that it was not actually the cow. It started somewhere else. Poor cow just took the blame. Okay. No movement. Everybody's looking pretty good. Mio and grilled cheese, still really close. And Catastic, also very close in third. Fire. Round 2. Who founded the Union Fire Company in Philadelphia in 1736? Thomas Jefferson, Benjamin Franklin, John Adams, or George Washington? Everyone got that one right. Is of course Benjamin Franklin. You can Google a picture of him wearing a fire hat, I believe. All right, let's see who got it fastest. Okay, about the same. All right. Fire. Question 3. Which Titan gave fire to humans in Greek mythology? Was it Hyperion, Atlas, Prometheus, or Kronos? Again, sometimes they're just too easy. Sometimes they're too hard. I get it. Get it, folks. It was Prometheus. Although, in certain folklores around the world, fire was given to humans by a fox. Okay. Still feel like it's anyone's game. Let's see if we can find a harder one. In the show Survivor, host Jeff Probst often says that in the game, fire represents what? Players' rivals, power, danger, players' life. It's made a comeback. They brought it back. Survivor. The people who love it, love it. Now, fire represents players' life. So I feel like it should also symbolize power, but... Oh, there we go. There's the movement. Grilled cheese jumps up to number 1. Catastic to number 2. All right, we're still close. I believe this is the last fire question. In England, Bonfire Night goes by what other name? Guy Fawkes Night, Revolution Night, Rubbish Fire Night, or Alan Moore Night? Alan Moore Night, of course. Reference to V for Vendetta. Any of those of you who got that one? Because it is actually Guy Fawkes Night, which does celebrate a revolution, or the death of a revolutionary. I can't remember exactly. People often use it to just burn their trash. Okay. No movement there, but still pretty close. Grilled cheese has a highest answer streak of 11, though. Very good. All right, what's the next category? I don't remember. Oh, goldfish. Boop. Goldfish. Question number 1. What is the promotional tagline of Goldfish Crackers? The snack that smiles back, contains no fish, little swimmers love them, or they're fin-tastic? Of course, it's the snack that smiles back, which is a little dark when you think about it too much. I like little swimmers love them, but that was just mine. Nobody asked me. Okay, everybody got that one. There's only, less than 200 point difference between first and second place right now. All right, goldfish. Question number 2. What Miyazaki film is about a goldfish leaving the ocean and befriending a human? Areti, Ponyo, Porco Rosso, or Koro's Big Day Out? I thought I would get somebody with that one. I really thought somebody would choose the wrong one, but no, it's Ponyo, based on The Little Mermaid, I believe. Okay. So close. All right. I think this is goldfish question number 3. Goldfish are part of what fish family? Oh, here's a really hard one, right? The loach, the paddlefish, the carp, or the reedfish? They're either too hard or they're too easy. Yeah. It is a type of carp, actually. That's why Magikarp is a goldfish kind of looking thing. Pokemon. All right, 3 people got that one correct, which allowed Smoked Chicken to jump into 4th place and Grilled Cheese to extend their lead. Next up, with goldfish. Goldfish were originally native to what nation? Switzerland, New Zealand, Brazil, or China? Look at that stock photo. That's pretty good. Goldfish were originally native to what nation? I think one person we're waiting on. Got a timer? 3, 2, 1. It is China. Okay, 4 people got that one right. Smoked Chicken, Yogi, and Labubu. Moving up. Very good. Was that the last goldfish question? Let's find out. No, there's one more, sorry. Goldfish was the name and subject of a painting by what post-impressionist artist? Paul Gauguin, Henri Matisse, Henri Rousseau, or George Seurat. I probably should have practiced all of those names, but I didn't. It was Henri Matisse. Apparently he really liked goldfish, put them in all sorts of his paintings. So 3 folks got that one right. Allowing Catastic to move up to 1st place. Woohoo. Hey, don't worry, because that's not it. We got more. In fact, I believe we're on our bonus round. There's another picture of Garfield the cat. Boop. It actually probably looks more like Garfield than the other Garfield that I had, but. All right, bonus round. Everything double points. They're not all multiple choice. So it'll say what it is in the beginning. Sometimes you can select extras and that sort of thing. But remember, the faster you answer, the more points you get, assuming you get it right. This is the time to catch up. Here we go. Ready? Bonus question number 1. Simple quiz. Double the points. Quick. What did all the categories for this trivia have in common? Orange things. Things in water. I don't know. I'm panicking. Animals. Okay, everybody got that one really fast. It was orange things. Although I'm a little disappointed that nobody chose I don't know. I'm panicking. I should have given you all credit for that one. All right, everybody got it, so not a lot of movement there. But we have another bonus. Multi-select. You can select multiple ones for double points. According to the song, the fox, parentheses, what does the fox say? Which of the following does the fox say? A he, ring-a-ding-ding-ding-ding-ding-ding, taki-naki-naki-naki, taki-taki-taki, klaka-daka-klaka-klaka-klaka-klaka. Remember, it's more than one. You can select more than one, but if you get one that they don't say, you will not get any points. Those answers again, of course, were a he, a ha he, ding a ding 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 a ding a ding ding, taki naki 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 taka tak taki, raka kaka 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 kakao. There are. The answer was a he, ding a ding 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 a ding ding, fraka kaka kaka kakao. Let's see what that did. Here's the podium. In 3rd place, we have, Smoked Chicken. Well done. 2nd place, we have Catastic. And in 1st place, we have Grilled Cheese coming back at the last moment. Amazing. Well done, you all. 4th and 5th place there as well. So, we got about 6 minutes until 12:30, but there is another game. So we are going to play a new Kahoot. We're going to get it going at 12:30. And you should automatically be added. I believe it's this one. You probably know, right? Let me double check. the one. Okay. Is that one. Okay, so the same pin. If you're already in. If you are watching on YouTube, you can. This is a great time to join in. Go to Kahoot.it or open the Kahoot app. Put in the pin at the top, 145306. These are different questions than the last round, the last game, I should say. So it's all new adventure. Everyone involved. And like I said, we will start kind of right at 12:30, I think. I don't know, I'm unwrapping on camera, that's not great. I like that. You can also, in this moment, change your little character if you want to go with something new. You can change the animal and also their little accessory. So you all don't have to hear me enjoying my Ricola. I'm gonna mute my mic. All right. We are just about ready to start the next game. If you're just joining us in the YouTube live, don't forget you can play along by going to Kahoot.it or opening the Kahoot app if you have that downloaded and putting in pin 145306. I will read them along here on YouTube, however, there might be a little bit of a lag, so check the app or the website, whatever you're on, to make sure that you're on answering the correct question. These are all new questions from the last game. Maybe give it another minute to see if we have another player, so we don't just have Mio versus Yogi and Labubu. And this is your last opportunity to change your little character. And if you are just joining us, a couple of things to keep in mind. They are multiple choice. The faster you answer the correct answer, the more points you get. If you choose the wrong answer, you obviously get no points. All right, maybe it's just the two. Do that thing where I make sure that I unmuted my mic. All right, here we go. Mia versus Yogi and Labubu. If you jump in kind of late, that's okay. You can still make it. Here we go. Kahoot at work. This is bite-sized trivia game 2. And our first. Oh wait, that's right. Yes, bite-sized trivia presents Trivial Pursuit 25th Anniversary Edition, circa 2008. That is important. Remember that these questions are coming from Trivial Pursuit 25th Anniversary, which was published in 2008. Some of these questions might be lacking on current factual data. Just fun. All right, here we go. Round 1, geography. Easy. How many U.S. states are there? There we go, 50. It's going to be nice and fast because there's only 2 of you and, you know. All right. Correct. Only 2. I don't know why the other people are still on there. Anyway, whatever. Easy. Which city is Tennessee Which city in Tennessee is the country music capital? Is it Memphis, Knoxville, Nashville, or Gatlinburg? And of course, it is Nashville. I will also say that the easy, medium, hard is what they believe it was in this version of Trivial Pursuit. Oh, look at that. You two are just going to be battling it out for number 1. If you're just joining us on the YouTube, you can still jump in by going to Kahoot.it. The pin is at the bottom, 145306. It should also be in the description on the stream. Geography, medium. What is the longest river in the U.S.? The Mississippi River, Ohio River, Missouri River, or Colorado River? Apparently it's the Missouri River. I would have said Mississippi River too, but probably going to get some emails about that one, I feel like. Medium. What is Alaska's most populous city, but not its capital? Anchorage, Juneau, Fairbanks, Seward. Here we go. We split the party. It is Anchorage. Juneau, I believe, is the capital. All right, Mia. Jumping up by 1,000 points-ish. Less than 1,000 points. Hard. What is SOHO short for? You might already know this. South of Harlem, south of Hudson, south of Houston, or so hot right now. Am I right? No, it's south of Houston. You're just going to be bouncing back and forth. I feel like maybe I just got really lazy with this one, and I was like, I'll just open this box of Trivial Pursuit. Which U.S. city takes tourists to Martin Luther King Jr.'s tomb and the world of Coca-Cola? Tallahassee, Birmingham, Atlanta, or Chicago? It's Atlanta, home of Coca-Cola and the hub for Delta Airline, I guess. Okay, we're getting closer again. This entire game of just two people is almost more exciting than... But again, if you're on the YouTube, you can still join in. Round 2, history. Start with an easy one. What organization replaced the League of Nations? Was it the United Nations, Interpol, the World Trade Organization, or the World Bank? The folks on here got it fast. It is the United Nations. Okay. Toit. What city saw walk start on the what? United Nations headquarters in... It's supposed to say work. I should have really edited these. I usually go through 2 or 3 times, and I don't know if I did it all this time. New York. New York. The town's so nice they named it twice. Look at that. Ooh, that is close. What were the first words Edison spoke into the phonograph he had just invented? I shall call you phonograph. Testing, testing. I suppose I should say something important, or Mary had a little lamb. And of course it was Mary had a little lamb. I don't know, I guess he probably didn't really think about it ahead of time. Right. Super close. Real Pursuit history. Medium. Who performed The Wall by the Berlin Wall? Pink Floyd, the band, The Who, or the Beatles? The Who? Maybe that was a question. They were like, I don't know. Who? No, it was Pink Floyd who made the song The Wall. Okay, let's see who got that one. Mio. Okay, now you are up by almost 1,000 points. History. Hard. Who was the first U.S. president to hold a televised news conference? John F. Kennedy, Lyndon B. Johnson, Dwight D. Eisenhower, or Harry S. Truman? Well, JFK himself. Okay, about the same. Remember, if you're joining on the YouTube, you can hop in. This is a great time to get 3rd place. Go to Kahoot.it and put in the pin 145306. Probably won't get 1st or 2nd, but 3rd is pretty good. Hard. What popular soft drink had its birthplace in Waco, Texas? Dr. Pepper, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, or Sprite? Well, Dr. Pepper, no period behind the doctor, and not invented by a doctor. I believe it was like a chemist or somebody who worked at a pharmacist or something. I don't know. Anyway, both of you got that right. Somebody got it right faster, though. So still about 1,000 points different. That brings us to round 3, science and nature. Science and nature. Start with an easy one. Oh, it's a multi-select. It's not supposed to be a multi-select. It's supposed to be a regular one. Only select one, unless you really thought that a Triceratops has more than a certain amount of horns. Yes, it's 3. I really hope the rest of these questions are not multi-select. I'm really glad it's just the 2 of you right now. It's not usually this chaotic, I promise. There we go. What's the world's oldest science? Astronomy, chemistry, physics, or astrology? Trick question, astrology? Not a science. Astronomy is, though, and it is the world's oldest science. All right. 900-point difference. Very nice. Okay, here we go. We're just kind of blowing through these, aren't we? What color is a polar bear's skin? Brown, black, white, or blue? Neither of you chose white. It was a trick question. Their skin is not white. It is black. They are basically black bears whose fur adapted to blend in with the snow. Who got it? Oof, Mio. Just lengthening that gap. All right. That's all right, though. It's anybody's game. Anybody's game here. Nature and science. What is the only dog rated above the basset hound for its sense of smell? A beagle, a bloodhound, a German shepherd, an Australian cattle dog. That was a picture of a basset hound, by the way, not a picture of a bloodhound, which is the correct answer. I feel like that one was more easy than medium, but again, I didn't choose the ratings for these. All right, what do you got it? About a 2,000-point different. Mew up. Number 1. Which of the accepted 9 planets at the start of the 21st century was named after a Greek god? Jupiter, Uranus, Mercury, or Saturn? And remember, which of the 9 planets? This game came out in 2008, but also Pluto is now considered a planet again. And the correct answer was Uranus. Everybody else, Roman gods. I don't think anybody got that. Womp womp. All right, science. What name did Neil Armstrong give to the spot where the man first touched down on the moon? Tranquility Base, Plymouth Moon Rock, the Kennedy Crater, Moon Base 1. It is not Plymouth Moon Rock, but that would have been really funny. It was Tranquility Base, which I believe you would know if you watched the show For All Mankind. Great show. Love that show. Okay. Still maintaining that gap. 2,000-point gap there. Okay, you got this, Yogi and the Boo-Boo. Round 4. Art and literature. Remember, if you're watching on YouTube, you can still jump in to get 3rd place. Go to Kahoot.it, put in the pin 145306. We're going to start on round 4, Trivial Pursuit 25th Anniversary Edition, circa 2008, Art and Literature. Here we go. What age is dawning in the musical Hair? What age is dawning in the musical Hair? Capricorn, Cancer, Sagittarius, or Aquarius? Oh, okay. No, it is Aquarius. The age of Aquarius being the song. The age of Cancer, less catchy. Very good, Yogi and the Boo-Boo, shortening the gap. What Tchaikovsky ballet includes Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy and The Waltz of the Flowers? Sleeping Beauty, The Nutcracker, From the World of John Wick, Ballerina, or Swan Lake? Nobody chose From the World of John Wick, Ballerina. Very disappointing, but you all did get the correct answer, which is The Nutcracker. What war is taking place in the novel Lord of the Flies? The Korean War, the War of the Roses, the Vietnam War, or World War II? It's correct. It's not happening on the island where the kids are, but in the background it's happening. It is World War II. Probably should have put World War I. That would have been harder, huh? Oh well. War of the Roses. Okay. Still got our only 2 players. We got 15 minutes, and I think we're almost done because you all are just blowing through this one. So, okay, what musical is based on a series of children's books by P.L. Travers? Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, Anne of Green Gables, Heidi, or Mary Poppins? There's a children's musical right there happening in that stock photo. We got a 3rd player. Mary Poppins is the correct answer. All 3 of you got it. Hey, and Meh is with us now in 3rd place. I think if Mia and Yogi and Labubu really bomb all of the next ones, you have a chance, Meh. What is the alternative name for the Mona Lisa? La Gioconda, the Smiling One, Niente Sopeka la Ciglia, or Da Vinci's Noble? It is La Gioconda. I'm probably saying that wrong. Which is the name of the woman in it? Mona Lisa La Gioconda? I shouldn't pretend to know. 2 folks got that one right. Yogi and Labubu and Meh. But we're shortening the gap again. Where are we now? Okay, yes, we got another arts one. What does Jo sell in Little Women to raise money for her mother to visit her father? A silver comb, her manuscript, her hair, a 1952 Mickey Mantle baseball card. And there they all are, all the Little Women, including Timothée Chalamet. She sells her hair. Tragic thing, I guess, that happened also in Les Mis, as we call it. She later sells her manuscript, so that is technically also accurate, but not for that reason. Okay, and here we are at the bonus round, anyone's game, with our bonus questions. Hold on, let me just boop that cat. Boop. Okay. Bonus points, some of them are not just single answer, some of them are multi-select or sliders or whatever else, I don't know. I think I decided not to do any more sliders, but knowing me, I'd probably still put one in. Here we go, bonus round number 1, multi-select, double points. Remember, you can select more than one answer. What are the Trivial Pursuit categories that were not used in this trivia? Biology and chemistry, entertainment, architecture and design, or sport and leisure? Everybody's like, okay. It was entertainment and sport and leisure. 6 categories, I did 4. Those are the 2 I left out. But that bumped Yogi and Labubu up to number 1. Good job. But wait, there's more, because we have another quiz with double points. Which of the following franchises has not had their own official version of Trivial Pursuit? Game of Thrones, Star Wars, Harry Potter, or Lord of the Rings? One of these has not had their own official version of Trivial Pursuit. Which one is it? I think it's pretty much a lucky guess, but it is Game of Thrones. In fact, I believe I have the Star Wars version somewhere. The answer is always Admiral Akbar in the Star Wars one, by the way. I don't know why. So many answers, Admiral Akbar. All right, let's see how everyone did. In 3rd place, I think we can guess it's Meh, who did pretty good for coming almost all the way at the end. Yogi and Labubu, number 2, and in number 1, that of course leaves Mio, or Mayo, I don't know how to pronounce that. Pretty close by 1,500 points. And then we got a couple people who, for some reason, got 4th and 5th place, even though they weren't actually playing. But I don't really understand how Kahoot works in that regard. Yes, that is bite-sized trivia. We do this once a month on the now 2nd Tuesday of the month, which means that the next one should be September 9th. September 9th. At least for one of them, we will be doing Decades theme. So each category will be a decade, different decade. Join us then. Look at that. We still have 10 minutes. I'm not going to sit here for 10 minutes. I'm just going to say thank you all for playing, all 3 of you, and all the folks who played in the first round. We do this again. We're going to get 12 o'clock and then again at 12:30. Congratulations to our winners. Hope everyone had fun. I love that I did that video where I just looked absolutely foolish. And I hope I got some new folks from that. Hope you were new today. Thanks again. Goodbye.